Good morning, everybody, or afternoon, or your regional equivalent. Hello, and welcome to Reassembly, of course, with the Acidic Experimentium. It's been a long time. But in the cold, dark, deep void of space, the Experimentium has grown. It's twisted and turned to a thing of unstoppable might. Probably. And so now we are back to reap riotous vengeance upon the universe. I can't even remember what we were doing last time, but I don't think that's really that important. We have a couple big ships. Good old little Corvée, which isn't that little anyway. Oh, goodness gracious. Moss crab, acidic vial, little Corvée. Sartosastic ancidiary. Of course, we have this big ship. I'm not sure if I can't remember if I did record building that or not. I'm sure I did, and of course the acidic daughter ship. I can't remember what the point of this little one was. Oh no. Oh no, there's the factories. I couldn't see the factories. Very weird. I just need to quickly refamiliarize myself with literally everything. Research Center 2, that was, that's part of the little mod. Sulfuric Spore, oh my goodness. And then of course, Acidian 01. Oh, beautiful. I miss some of these ships actually, they all look quite... And of course we're also storing the base raid ships just to make my life easier. The little nurse is always very useful. Okay, well we have a 2870 and I'm at 3577, so we need to continue. And first of all we need to gather resources. What the Freedom Navy? Okay, well I think we have our current target. Hello Freedom Navy, you're probably going to kick my butt, but I don't really care. Oh, also, maybe I should have mentioned this in the first place. Massive reassembly update. Massive. Leviathanic. Just huge. It's beautiful now. Okay, it isn't. By the way, I'm running Splinter's graphics overhaul mod as well as Many-Legged's background example texture mod. So ignore the fact that the background looks a little bit squiff. It's meant to be so because it's just a test, but it does actually look quite nice at the end. I might just swap it over to something else because I don't know, but I like it. So who knows? We should all be able to survive. Quick, I think I want to just turn off halos. They're much better. Oh, because the halos do kind of get to me after a little while. Okay, how can I gather some resources? There's a massive battle going on out there. Freedom Navy and now a little poor Acidic Experimentium guys. Not really having a very fun time. Where's your agent commander? Where is he? Or did I already destroy him somehow? I think I did. I can't remember. Either way, this main ship is giving my poor units some problems. Oh yeah, my little repair drones are doing the job. It's been massive upgrades to point defense. Well, not really point defense, but missile tracking and modding support and. Point defense bindings are now not included in when the AI attempts to assess its own weapon range and move it to attack the enemy. It's all very entertaining. Why do I have these swords here? Either way, they're on point defense, so it doesn't matter. Just fire when they need to fire. I forgot how slow this ship was. Disable auto, thank you very much. Point defense, please. Thank you. Great, very right. Well, you got most of it. Do we have a factory on this ship? We don't. That's ridiculous. Oh, how do we not have a factory? Oh, come on. Like the one thing we should have. The question is where to put it. Just hold on to that for a second. Oh, I missed this. I missed the music. I missed everything. Nano assembler beam. We can afford the repair gun, but do we want the repair gun? It's actually been optimized so it doesn't lag games. Some people's games were terribly affected by the repair gun. Mine as well, once you get it up to a good enough amount. Sorry, I'm just thinking about the Freedom Navy right now. They're a little bit annoying, but I like the little passive combat that's going on in this sector. That really does. It's always nice. I miss the active battleground of Reassembly, especially when you have factions that are actually fighting each other, not just buggering about. There they go, off running. Spiky plants. Spiky plants. Alright. Now that we have a healer gun, I do sort of want to make a healer ship. Ah yes, the way it was supposed to be, and then the inverse was just a little more practical, it seemed. Which I think is hilarious, but yeah. Oh, the core's right there. There's nowhere to really put one of these, so I can't really put it into the stochastic acidiary. Not just yet. Okay, how are we doing, Experimentium? There's Cliscarvi from my greatest to the least, so that's entertaining. Which is these plants, actually. So I probably don't want to touch them, because that just feels like cheating, but then again, I mean, I'm already... boom. Oh no. Leonardo, come on, what is that poor little thing? It is so sad. Is there anything? Nothing's on middle click, it's all right click and it's all... If I just make it full fire. Okay, maybe I'd like to enable auto aim for some of these things. Not all of them though. Doesn't look as impressive, but it's more sustainable, and I guess that's going to work out a little bit better in the long term. Turn on auto aim is it's a little bit better at this than I am. Or at least I used to be better, and then I got worse, because apparently I did. What? Oh my goodness, this is what happens when you're throwing your hand around trying to smack all the buttons. I didn't even know. Oh no, I'm getting old. I'm getting too old for this game. I don't know if that's possible. Okay, it could probably be very possible, but that's I suppose beyond the point. Alright, so we have this nice little area under control. Point defenses smacking all these little excess bippies. Freedom Navy is giving us an annoying fight, which I quite like. Little Corvée Mark III is holding its post very well. I love that. Well, a little Corvée Mark III. Hey! Corvée Mark IV is like, I don't know where my Corvée Mark IV is, but it's definitely not around here. Okay, let's go and... also more factories, just more tractors, so... I'm not going to complain. Ah, beautiful Cliscarvi. Most overpowered plant in the universe. Oh, look at that. Okay, let's not stroke my own ego when we look at stuff that is in my own mods. Let's just get away from it. In fact, yeah, let's just shoot at it, because we don't want it. We don't want it. Go away. Okay. Now, right now, we need to sort of just get to the center of the galaxy, get materials and resources, and you know what, buddy? Come along. Oh, 444. Ah. Entertaining. Just grab allies and reinforcements. My little friend, come along. 109. Not a bad cost. Oh, poor Leonardo. Poor Leonardo. No. How could you do this? I feel so bad. Okay, and as we go... Oh yeah, the Acidic Daughter's ship. I should probably deploy one or two of these little galleys around here. Go, 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 get out of here. Hold on, okay. Deploy and defend. I trust you. There's no materials around, but I'm sure you can... I'm sorry, you should probably just come up here. Oh, you're already... Oh yeah, you're not a station. I know you're not a station, but in my mind I'm thinking of you like a station. Okay, there's Cleescarvey here. Don't shoot the Cleescarvey! Yeah, I'm going back on my word. I kind of actually wanted them to make this playthrough go a little faster. Otherwise we'll be sitting here for a couple hours. Oh my goodness, there's a lot of DPS going on right now. And it's all hostile. Yeah, there we go. Popped. Poor old raids. Oh no, the daughter ship. Look how far away we respawn. Yeah, I know I should have just put down a normal station. Thank you, Corby Mark IV. I forgot you had a factory on you. Spiky plants. It's not. Let's not aggravate the pustule that is spiky plants. Poor thing. Getting. Okay. Now we need sulfuric spore, my friend. These are exactly the same cost. Fantastic. Acidian might also be a little more beneficial, actually. Alright, I have no resources on me now. It's slightly problematic. Right. Yeah, I think we're just gonna work with it. You know, we're just gonna work with it and make it work. And if it doesn't work, then we just, you know, it doesn't work. So, oh well. What's bound to first click? Little blasters. Put all my main weapons on my main. Actually, wait. Much better. Being able to direct this level of firepower is pretty useful. Okay, good. 1030. Oh, hello, you cute little thing. Sorry, I'm just gonna have to remove you from my space. You know how it goes. Glorious war! It's not that glorious, but you get the joke. Come back here, come back here, come back here, come back here, come back here. There we go. Okay, nice. Okay. Oh, ship does not have a factory. Hold them off! Hold them off! Luckily we are raids, so everything's gonna rebuild in about 12 seconds, which is lovely. Guys, don't bump the ship, come on. There we go. There we go. Okay, you can have my resources. You can sit here and pump out things. Oh, there's blue plants over there. I'm sorry, I should have moved you over there, but I didn't, so... What a shame! Okay, we're just gonna leave you here, actually, because you're only stationed here for, like, miles. That's pretty beneficial. Nice resources over there. By the way, I'm also using the extended camera zoom mod, because... Extended camera zoom. Zoom! What the hell am I saying? Zoom! Zoom! That's a weird one. Zoom. Oh, anyway, okay, let's pick up some resources. Hello? Okay. These aren't taking these because the other AI has already marked them all as the ones he's taking. Or in terms of his tractor beams have already... Okay, well now that he's far enough away, his tractor beams have now cleared their target cache. And so all these little guys are unreserved, so now I'm taking them. At least that's my working theory of how tractors work, because here's the problem. One tractor can't take what the other tractor is taking, so I'm pretty sure the tractor reserves all the ones it's going to take, and the other one reserves the ones it's going to take, and then they take them. And that way you can't steal, you can't take, more than one thing can't take resources, which is a clever move, very necessary in a sense. I don't have any drones, do I? That's a shame. Oh, there was also massive P cost rebalancing and lots of interesting things. Drones don't actually cost a massive fortune. Much anymore. So all the costs have changed. Is that not enough P to build this ship? That's why I don't have anything more than that. Okay, that should work. Yes, there's been massive P rebalances, cost changes, everything. It's lovely. Unfortunately, most of it is under the hood, so you aren't going to really notice it that visually. But things like combat and AI, it's very, very interesting. What? Cushing Main's fleet. Where was Cushing Main's fleet? Oh, Cushing Main. Well done, Acidic Experiment. Oh, poor thing just tore the guy to shreds. That's just not fair. That's just not fair. Yeah, I'll take that, thank you very much. Come back here. You're not running. You're a factory ship. Go on. If it flees, it'll build more of them. There we go. On the phone. 1647. More Cushing Main. Cushing Main is an interesting builder style. Quite boingy, if I could describe it like that. I'll describe it as boingy, since I don't really have a word to describe that. Oh no, heavy damage. Yeah, well, I can deal heavy damage too. The Reds are the ultimate glass cannon faction. Luckily I have my little heal drones, which are really holding me together. Little buddy, hello, how you doing? Okay, let's see if I can... Ah, well done, very nice. It's like tiny compared to me, so... Well, scale doesn't really so much matter as... you know, it's not what you got, it's... how accurately you shoot it. Like that. Go on, little Stacy, well done. There, he should be fine. Why did I deploy you in hostile territory? No! You little... I'm a terrible father. Since it inherits the velocity when I turn, I should be turning the other way. The idea is to turn the other way so it gets deployed and then gets left behind, but unfortunately, and the problem is I know that it's not going to work like that, but I'm trying to see if it works anyway, because, you know, it's the only way you experiment in life. You just do things that you think won't work, but you do it in such a way that you think, hey, perhaps it might, just because it could. And then it ends up doing it, and then you've just discovered electricity or something stupid, I don't know. It's like... What I'm saying, kids, is experiment despite what you think. Good. Okay, please don't... Maybe don't, like, eat acid as an experiment, for example. Don't do insane things, but, you know... I'm just gonna leave that there. I'm not gonna go any further. Already have some angry mother. My child! I don't know. Attempted to eat acid because you told them. Insane. I'm talking more in a technological sense, so don't be insane. Alright, well, we're slowly securing these areas. Hello, bees. Oh, cute little bees. Mini freighter. Alright, well, this area is nice and secure, relatively. Hello, drones. Quite cute, aren't you? Brrr. Nice. Okay, cleared away. Yeah, are you? You want to say hello to my little friend? Come along, little one. Okay, I mustn't get sadistic right now. That B ship just got taken out. I always love the B ships. I kind of wish they were a little more tanky, but I mean, they're the vanilla ships. They're here to inspire and give direction, not to be the ultimate threat. The ultimate threats are agents and mods. I like the vanilla faction as they are. Vanilla factions as they are on their ships. Because they're nice and they work fine. And they're a decent little challenge. But they aren't going to kick your butt. And also aesthetically they help you sort of get a handle on, well, the real core idea of reassembly, which is to make awesome looking ships. And then blow them up. Come back here. Come back here, Missile Gunboat. Yeah, I'm currently just hunting down all of his little ships. In an attempt both for resources and really just to kind of clear the area. But that's not really going to happen at this rate. Well, it is actually happening. I'm slowly taking over the sectors. Come along. There we go. Not really fighting anything hard right now, so that's a bit of an annoyance. Spread fire. Okay, don't have the range. Right, let's just deploy another station. Yeah, in the middle of combat, because we're the Acidic Experimentium, we shall deploy in the middle of combat. We'll just trade all of our resources away to this guy, and then my little repairy bots will help him out. Actually, let's make Acidian O2. Okay, we're not gonna use the same base plate, but I do want to look how I sort of did this. Yeah, I was just maniacy and lots of shards everywhere. Okay, let's try to replicate that as much as possible. The nice thing about the reds is that they do very easily lend themselves to a crystal. Well, I mean, there's the blooming crystalline, aren't there, as a literal faction, so what am I talking about? The idea is to have a few of these assembler beams in here, so that this thing is also just a little tougher in its own sense. Remember, does this remind anyone else of the... Ah, nah. I won't. I'm not gonna bother. Because it's very arbitrary and very random. The little, this symbol, you know? Come on. Someone remember with me. You know what I'm talking about, right? Right? Yeah. Okay. Enough being arbitrary. Let's just build another insane station. Needs to be a bit thicker than the other one, so I'm just being a little more vicious with my build struct. I'll clean it up afterwards. Just remove some of the more egregious point errors and things. Ooh, here comes the sun. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Out of my window. Getting very bright all of a sudden. It was over cloudy? Over cloudy. Wow, brilliant. It was over cloudy and now it's not. Put these drones here so they can get outside quickly. I guess. I don't know, it seems like a little nice resting spot. We want to integrate some lasers in places. I also want to make this a little bit tougher. A little more of a, yeah, so I'll make this little element stick out here, I guess. Should give me a nice little landing pad, and I can do some of this. I can't do some of that, but I can do some of this. Then over here I can do some of that, that. Here, we'll just stretch this stuff out. A lot of armor, I suppose. So that nano assembler. I just want to swap that out for a Tempest then, to make this a little more of a robust station in terms, at least as far as raid can be robust. This is a little more insane, isn't it? problem. Some might say I'd agree, but I also disagree. What? Hello. Come on, connect. Okay, come away. Okay. Here we go. Trying to make this at least seem a little more structurally viable than it is. As well as, I suppose, just make it a bit... Yeah, why not? Just do that as well. Put little bits of craggle everywhere. Not Lego Movie craggle, I assure you. Completely different. Doesn't make sense to have a thick bit on this weird little outcropper. So this whole internal segment needs to just be solidified. So it makes a little more visual sense. I suppose. Maybe that's just me being finicky, but like I do just want a little stronger here. When doing things like this, think of branches. That should be your key understanding of how these things should end up playing in nicely with each other. Much better. So if they are going to be more solid areas, they need structural support that makes it, not in that it's actual structural support, but in that it looks more structurally supported. You understand? And because of that, it builds on the whole thing just looking a little more appealing. It's a good idea to put into practice. Stick that there. And off of that you can have smaller little shoots, but don't let them go insane. I think is perhaps what one thing you need to remember. If I've learned anything, if I have learned anything, we'll just see about that in a little while. Put a few little blasters on just in case, because they look nice. I'm nowhere near done with this thing yet, but in principle it's nearly there. Probably going to have to extend this a bit this way and make this the primary factory position. So it's going to have to be a lot stronger than it. Well, it's going to have to look a little more sturdier than it would otherwise. Time for a factory. I kind of want it there and sort of there, a little more out. So about there. Perfect. That looks nice. So that the little crystals grow within them, and between them, and amongst them. Little acid crystals. It's interesting that that green, at least in video games, is usually the most associated with acid and poison. It's very interesting. That's just how it's gone. I mean, it's just because it's been used a lot, and due to that, it's just become a little bit more ingrained. But I find the concept interesting. It's like, how do you convey danger of something that isn't, without making it red? Because you can't make it red because blood is red, and if you're a shooter, well, you're probably already using red, aren't you? Already probably using a lot of blood. So, well, in effect, in essence. But yeah, it's interesting to think about. these little outcroppings are just a little more interesting than anything else. We need some growth here, actually. There's not enough. I mean, there isn't really that much growth here either. That's the problem, actually, as well. But we'll settle that. I'll settle that. I want a lot of open space, because that really does just give that feeling of just biological growth that isn't ordered or intelligent. Because I mean, well, it has its little plan that goes along to, and it's structured in that sense. But I mean, does it have a brain? No. So no, it gets to be a little bit finagly when it does execute on its instructions and build itself. Talking about like real life plants as well. So I mean, whatever. We're gonna have to give this thing some plasma phasers, fire phasers. Make it so. Poor next generation. Why am I saying poor? I don't know. Just because I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Don't ask me. I'll probably have an answer one day, but perhaps not now. This is a strange little decision. Getting rid of it. It's kind of just getting in the way. Getting in the way of progress. Shame. It's a massive shame. But yeah, we'll let there be a little thingy. And we'll put the storage pods out here. Big storage crystals. I like the aesthetic of these massive storage crystals. It's just cool. It's like you have all the little ones, and then you get these massive ones every now and then, and they're just huge. They store all the real acid and all the materials and all these things. A few smaller ones just to balance it out, because I need to change up the angle here, otherwise it gets a bit samey. Then I need to reinforce it so it doesn't look so weak. At least I think it looks weak. That's just me. I mean, come on, don't lie to me. It looks like it's standing on its like pinky toe. It's like, who wants that? That looks a little better. It also looks a little better then. Yeah. It's unsatisfying. Very unsatisfying. So let's try something else. I'm gonna touch that. There we go. That's what I wanted actually. Much better. Can't repeat it, but I can in theory. I don't want to repeat it because then it just looks repeated. I mean, that's the whole down issue. Very nice. Look at that. Beautiful. I like that. That's very nice. Alright. So now what is the real question? A couple blasters. Well, a few more things actually. This station is far from done. Still very far from done. This little area needs to be built out a little more, and perhaps optimally not at the same angle, because that just makes it very samey. But you know, there's this little outcroppery of cuffle and fuffle. Cuffle and fuffle and toil and truffle. Firebird and cauldron buffle. Ah, the might of the last stand is truly at work here. The might of the last stand. There we go. Firebird and cauldron buffle. I'm enjoying myself far too much. My apologies. Okay, that's looking quite nice. Acidian 2, it's got more factories, it's got probably a lot more storage as well, actually, just looking at it. Just by the look of things, it seems to have more storage. Really all I can go on is the look, so what can I do? I don't like it. I don't like it. There we go, that's actually quite nice. It's just the aesthetic. Alright, that's quite nice. In its own functionality, it should be quite appealing. We'll put a few little acid spitters, acid sprayers. I don't want that there. Ah, I can fit it now. Nice. Because it needed a little bit more acid spore there. See, that area I specifically left for the drones. These other areas already fully populated with guff. Makes it a bit difficult. Okay, now since that is there, Tempest you get moved over, Nano Assembly you get to go over there, and that poor crystal just got removed. There we go. Okay, that's the O2. It's 10:33. It's not too bad. Let's shift over a few things. Shift over one or two things. Oh, that's so gonna annoy me. That's gonna really annoy me. Just go back, go back, go back, 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 back. Okay. Okay. Try to make it as closed as possible, but since it's on this primary supporting branch, it just grates at me. But okay, I'll leave it. It's fine. It doesn't have to matter. It doesn't have to matter. I think that's perhaps the greatest statement anyone ever said. It doesn't have to matter. It doesn't have to matter. It definitely isn't, but I kind of just stroking my own ego at this point. No, I think it's fine. Anyway, whatever. Enough of my craft and random talking bullshazzle. Let's finalize the ship so we can actually go fly around a little bit. Ship station, so I can get the flying part. It says way less weaponry, but I think a little more utility. A few little spots where weapons do fit in quite nicely though, so I'm glad about that. Yeah, luckily this build style does allow for a lot of gun placement positions, and ones that look quite appealing. Okay, it's a lot of stuff. That's a lot of stuff. You get to go on point defense. You all get to go on point defense. Yeah, you guys can just be attack. Put a couple of these on point defense so that they target independently, because that's always very useful. So there aren't that many. Well, there's still enough, but you get the idea. And then you get to go on firewall. Nice. And then we have a bigger, scarier station, which might not have enough power. Might not have enough power at all. Just give it more power, because I don't. The last thing I want is to build the station, then it can't actually power itself. I can't test. It's a bloody station. It's annoying. Well, we're just gonna have to go with it. I nearly deleted the wrong one. That, my friends, is why you make more backups than you have star systems. Because that can happen. Okay, let's build one. think it also has those nice little assembling lasers, little nano beams. It also has little nano drones, and so do I. So launch the nano drones. Launch the nano drones. Launch the nano drone. Well, they're on auto fire, so it doesn't really help me, does it? Hey, it's alive. Very nice. It looks a little, yeah, it's a little thicker than the other one, isn't it? Yeah, because I had a little more of a ordered build struct. And game's lagging there, and it's done. Okay, fantastic. Here, take my resources, so I can upgrade the ship a little bit. Beautiful. 4762. That's pretty nice, I dare say. I dare say. Oh my goodness. It's at 41 minutes. So I'm gonna wait till 45 and then we'll end. Alright? Right. I can release you all. From the prison that is listening to me for half an hour. I feel like there should be a little more something in here, like power or something. Anyone else? No? Nah. No. This big power thing is basically just, you know, if you manage to breach this defense, just let that entire thing get popped, and then, you know, it's a trade-off so that the whole blooming ship doesn't. How? Because these take 3 seconds and this takes 0.2, so I'd rather have the rest of the ship build faster over here instead of taking generators and putting them over here. You get the idea. You get the efficacy of this strategy. Actually, because I'm doing that, I should probably do that as well. I should just reroute power generation to over here. Rerouting power! Not that sort of rerouting, but okay, whatever. So it means I can take off at least a few of these. That should help. Make this a little more sustainable. Even by a few seconds. I mean, it's 76 HP, but that's not a laugh. It's still something. This is the V1. This is the V2. Thank you very much. Okay, very nice, very nice. We've got our little acidic superstation all ready and primed to go. We've got our big mothership that's still doing pretty well. Well, it's now been made into a mothership at the factories, which is actually a pretty prime place for them to go, I dare say. Hello, missile gunboat. Could you not attack my Experimentium superstations? Oh, little Experimentium. What is the lore behind the Experimentium? What did I make it? Is it sentient acid or something? Is it just an experiment? I can't remember. I can't remember. I'm just trying to move this little guy up because I built him and he's quite strong, but he needs to go somewhere where there's resources, like over there. And the problem is I've already sold all my resources, you know, so it's not there, you know. So, I mean, look at all the units he's pumping out. They should be able to go over there and gather in resources, but it's not a him, it's a her at this point. So ships are always a her. It's just how it is. Always hers. Oh, look at that. That clicked in nicely and managed to let me push. Good, now it's in a nice zone. Oop, on me. It's good resource generation. It's also got itself a daughter ship. Where did the daughter ship go? Oh my word, already tore the thing to asunder. Go after it. Capital ship. You sure about that? Oh, acidic vial. Can we just... People, join me, quickly. Targeting, targeting, targeting. Targeting, 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 targeting. Very nice. Thank you. And I have a little support fleet. I should probably leave them with their mommy ship, though. That's probably a good idea. Gather some resources, take them back to that one, and then... Bah! Fly through the debris. We do not care. Yes. Okay. A little buddy. You seem pretty cool. Chuck building all those little support ships and all. How nice. I'm glad, by the way, that we can see the arc capacity of these guys and how much R they have. Their current P and all that sort of stuff. It's quite cool. Okay, well, everybody, it's 45 minutes. Thank you for watching this incredibly long episode. I mean, it's not like I monetize these things, so it's not like I'm making money. Not really, thank you. Je maakt niet first gastes. But, as always, everybody, cheerio.